Number 1. 99 prints and is empty. Mongolia spans nearly 1.6 million square kilometers, larger than many European countries combined, yet only about 3.4 million people live here. That's roughly 2 people per square kilometer, making it the least densely populated country in Asia. Harsh weather plays a big role. Summers are scorching. Winters plunge to 50 degrees C, and icy winds sweep down from Siberia for 6 months of the year. Most Mongolians live in the capital, Ulaanbaatar, leaving the rest of the country to untouched wilderness. This isolation has its perks, with 260 sunny days a year and almost no light pollution. Mongolia is one of the best places on Earth for stargazing. On a clear night, the Milky Way blazes overhead, and in late summer or autumn, meteor showers turn the sky into a glittering show nature's own fireworks above the endless steppe. Number 2. Once ruled a quarter of the world. In the early 13th century, under the leadership of Genghis Khan, Mongolia rose from a land of scattered tribes to the largest contiguous empire in human history. At its peak, the Mongol Empire stretched from Eastern Europe to the Pacific, covering 24 million square kilometers, nearly a quarter of the world's landmass. It was 2.5 times bigger than modern China and 16 times the size of present-day Mongolia, controlling about 100 million people. The Mongols connected East and West through trade, technology, and culture. But after Genghis Khan's death in 1227, the empire was split among his heirs, leading to power struggles and eventual collapse. Even so, his legacy endures in an unexpected way: genetics. Studies suggest that up to 16 million men today carry a distinct Y chromosome linked to Genghis Khan, a result of his far-reaching conquests and prolific lineage. In other words, the empire may be gone, but the great Khan's bloodline rides on. Number 3. The more beautiful the woman, the harder to marry. In Mongolia, women have long held high social status, from serving as shamans and tribal leaders in Genghis Khan's era to excelling in modern education and careers. Today, women outpace men in university graduation rates and often secure better jobs. Many even work in traditional male roles like herding livestock. But this success comes with an unexpected twist. Highly educated women in cities often struggle to find partners, with over 40% of men aged 15+ married, compared to just 32% of women. Many turn to dating apps to seek international matches, valuing men who share household duties and respect equality. In bars and cafes, women often outnumber men, reflecting a social imbalance shaped by migration, career focus, and changing traditions. In Mongolia, independence and ambition can make a woman admired, but also make her path to marriage far more complicated. Number 4. A thriving yet controversial industry. While many Mongolian women are breaking barriers in education and careers, a significant number work in the sex trade, estimated at over 20,000 people, proportionally higher than in Thailand or Bangladesh. Poverty is the main driver. Despite Mongolia's rich mineral reserves, limited technology and infrastructure prevent effective exploitation, keeping the economy small, around $20 billion GDP annually. Harsh climate conditions make farming difficult, and desertification is shrinking pasture lands. South Korean men have become a major customer base, spending heavily in Mongolia due to lower costs than at home, fueling a tourism sector worth over $500 million in recent decades. The government, aware of the economic benefit, has taken little action to curb it. even as it damages the country's international image. For some women, it's a means of survival. For Mongolia, it's a moral and economic dilemma wrapped in complex social realities. Number 5. Bathing is rare. In Mongolia's vast steppes, water is precious and winters are brutally cold, so bathing isn't part of daily life. Traditionally, people might go a week or even a month without washing, using warm cloths, herbal steam, or powders from roots to clean themselves instead. In the nomadic mindset, bathing in freezing weather risks illness by draining body heat. Centuries ago, under Genghis Khan, bathing was even considered spiritually dangerous, believed to disturb the dragon's veins, and body odor was thought to bring good fortune. Hospitality, however, was abundant on bitter winter nights. Guests were once offered a place to sleep beside women in the household for warmth, a practice now abandoned. Today, over 1 million Mongolians still live in Gers yurts, moving with the seasons. Yet many have solar panels for lights, TVs, and even Wi-Fi. It's a striking blend of ancient tradition and modern connection, proving that a nomadic life can still be plugged into the world. Number 6. The world's first international postal system. Mongolia might be landlocked, but it once had a naval fleet today reduced to just 7 sailors and a single Soviet-era ship patrolling Lake Kovsgol. The real marvel, though, comes from history under Kublai Khan in the 13th century. The Mongol Empire built the Yam, the world's first international postal system. Over 1,400 relay stations were set about 40 kilometers apart, each with fresh horses, allowing riders to cover more than 200 kilometers a day. Without maps or compasses, they navigated by reading the land, wind, and stars. This lightning-fast communication helped control an empire spanning continents. The Mongols also enforced the Yasa, a legal code far ahead of its time, banning theft and adultery, and requiring the protection of women, children, and the poor, a rarity in the medieval world. It's a reminder that Mongolia's legacy isn't just about conquest. It's also about innovation and law. Number 7. The mystery of Genghis Khan's tomb. For nearly 800 years, the final resting place of Genghis Khan has remained one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. No written records pinpoint its location, only legends. Some say horses were ridden over the site to erase all traces. Others claim a river was diverted to hide it underwater, and that everyone involved in the burial was killed to keep the secret. Even with modern tools like satellites and ground-penetrating radar, Mongolia's vast, rugged terrain keeps the tomb hidden. Locals consider it sacred and would likely resist excavation if it were found. This love of mystery extends to Mongolia's landscapes too, like the Gobi Desert, the world's largest dinosaur fossil site, where remains of ancient marine creatures prove it was once an ocean. In Mongolia, history isn't just preserved in museums, it's buried in the earth, waiting for those daring enough to search. Number 8. The coldest capital in the world. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's capital, holds the title of the coldest capital city on Earth. With an average annual temperature of just 1.3 degrees Celsius in January, it can plunge to 40 degrees Celsius, while summers are short but pleasantly warm. Nearly half of Mongolia's population lives here, balancing modern life with strong nomadic roots. Visitors can explore Sukbatar Square, shop at the bustling black market, or visit the Gundan Tegchinlen Monastery with its towering 26-meter Buddha statue. Despite the brutal winters, Nightlife is lively, from cozy cafes to music-filled bars, and social life often centers around gathering with friends and family around a coal stove. Just outside the city, mountains and traditional villages offer a glimpse into the rural lifestyle, where horseback riding and herding are still part of daily life. In Ulaanbaatar, warmth comes not just from heaters, but from the way people connect to endure the cold together. Number 9. More horses than people. Mongolia is home to over 5 million horses, more than its human population. For centuries, horses have been the lifeblood of Mongolian culture, serving as transportation, hunting companions, and even sources of food and milk. During the Mongol Empire, they were the secret to lightning-fast military campaigns, able to cover vast distances without tiring. Even today, many nomadic families rely on horses for herding livestock and traveling across the endless steppe. It's said that a Mongolian child can ride before they can walk. Traditional clothing, like the deal, is designed for horseback life, warm, durable, and with a large front fold that doubles as a pocket, or even a blanket. There's even a legend that Mongolians invented ice cream accidentally, when milk carried during winter rides froze into a sweet, icy treat. Whether myth or fact, one thing is certain in Mongolia: the horse isn't just an animal, it's part of the family. Number 10. Epic and majestic travel destinations. Mongolia's landscapes are as rich in history as they are in beauty. Karakorum, the ancient capital of the Mongol Empire, was once a hub of politics, trade, and culture along the Silk Road. Today, visitors can walk among its ruins and see artifacts that whisper of its past glory. Nearby stands Erdene Dzu Monastery, the oldest Buddhist monastery in Mongolia, once home to over 60 temples and 300 monks, now partly restored and surrounded by over 100 white stupas. In the north lies Lake Kuvsgul, Mongolia's deepest lake, holding 70% of the nation's fresh water. In summer, it's perfect for kayaking and hiking. In winter, it freezes into a wonderland of ice festivals. And then there's the Orkhon Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and cradle of nomadic civilization, where horseback riding along the river immerses you in both history and breathtaking scenery. Each site is a journey into Mongolia's soul, raw, wild, and unforgettable. Number 11. Mysterious places in the land of blue sky. Mongolia's vast wilderness hides stories etched in stone and whispered by the wind. In the Altai, Tavan-Bogd Mountains, thousands of ancient petroglyphs depict hunters, animals, and symbols that baffle archaeologists. Scattered burial mounds hint at forgotten warriors and leaders, their secrets still buried beneath the earth, deep in the Gobi Desert. The ruins of Ongi Monastery stand as a haunting reminder of Mongolia's communist-era religious purges, where over 1,000 monks once lived before its destruction in the 1930s. Locals speak of hearing phantom chants in the night winds. Another enigma is Noin-Ul, a vast complex of Xiongnu elite tombs filled with silk, gold, and jade, but most remain untouched, holding mysteries of an empire that once rivaled China. In Mongolia, mystery isn't rare, it's part of the landscape, woven into its history and waiting for the curious to explore. Number 12. Nomadic cuisine, like nowhere else. Mongolian food is shaped by its harsh climate and nomadic traditions, built for warmth, energy, and survival. One of its most unique dishes is cork hog lamb cooked with red-hot river stones inside a sealed container. The stones sear the meat from the inside, making it tender, smoky, and rich in winter. Lamb fat becomes a staple, eaten boiled for a jelly-like texture or fried for a crisp bite. Then there's airag, fermented mare's milk, tangy and slightly alcoholic, often served in wooden bowls during celebrations. Another staple is sute ai tsai, salty milk tea brewed with green tea, milk, salt, and sometimes butter, a comforting drink offered to every guest as a sign of hospitality. Each dish is more than food. It's a reflection of life on the steppe, where every calorie counts and every meal carries the warmth of tradition. Number 13. Festivals of strength, skill, and spirit. Mongolia's biggest celebration is Naadam, often called the Steppe Olympics, held every July. It revolves around the three manly games: wrestling, archery, and long-distance horse racing, where jockeys can be as young as 6 years old. Wrestling has no weight classes, so a lighter competitor defeating a giant opponent is always a crowd favorite. Another major event is Sagan Sar, the White Moon Festival marking the Lunar New Year, when families gather, exchange special greetings, and share towering stacks of meat and dairy dishes to symbolize prosperity. In Western Mongolia, the Kumi Festival honors throat singing, a rare art where one singer produces multiple tones at once, imitating wind, water, and nature. This hauntingly beautiful tradition, passed down orally through generations, is recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. In Mongolia, festivals are more than entertainment. They're living expressions of history, identity, and pride. Number 14. The surprisingly affordable cost of living. Compared to many capitals worldwide, Ulaanbaatar offers a comfortable life at a fraction of the cost. A fully furnished apartment in the city can rent for just $300, $450 USD per month, while rural homes can be as low as $100. Eating out is equally budget-friendly. A hearty traditional meal of dumplings, grilled lamb, and yogurt might cost only $3 to $5. Public transport is cheap, and even long-distance shared taxis across hundreds of kilometers cost about $10 or $15. Utilities, including water, electricity, and internet, usually total under $80 monthly, with high-speed internet averaging less than $25. For around 600 $800ers a month, you can enjoy a lifestyle with modern comforts, fresh air, and access to Mongolia's wild beauty. It's a rare combination of affordability, peace, and adventure all in one destination. Number 15. Travel tips for an unforgettable Mongolian journey. The best time to visit Mongolia is between June and September, when the weather is mild, the grasslands are lush, and festivals like Naadam bring the country to life. For winter adventures like eagle hunting or frozen lake festivals, come in February or March, but pack for extreme cold. Essentials include thermal layers, waterproof outerwear, gloves, scarves, and sturdy walking boots. Don't forget sunscreen, lip balm, insect repellent, and a high-capacity power bank, as electricity can be scarce in rural ger camps. The local currency is the tugrik, and while cards work in Ulaanbaatar, cash is king in the countryside. Respect local customs, never step on a ger's threshold. Avoid pointing your feet at people or sacred objects, And always give or receive items with your right hand or both hands in Mongolia. Good manners are as important as warm clothes. They open doors to genuine hospitality and unforgettable moments. And that's 15 mind-blowing facts about Mongolia, a land where history still breathes through the steppe winds, where ancient traditions stand strong in the face of modern change, and where every sunrise feels like the start of a legend. From ruling a quarter of the earth to living under the bluest skies, Mongolia proves that a country doesn't have to be crowded to be full of life. So, which fact surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this journey amazed you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because our next adventure might be even wilder. If you love discovering the world's most fascinating places and cultures, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. And hey, share this video with your friends so they can join the journey too.